Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Hero House Reviews. Bit of a flashback today, we're going to look at the S.H Figuarts legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And this is Broly when he's at his peak, at his biggest. This is the legendary Super Saiyan. And I think I prefer this design overall. I mean, I only watched the film quite recently, and didn't know what to expect, but he's grown on me. This Broly has a lot more character than the original, and his design isn't as regal or godlike, but it does have this berserker quality that I think is just very cool, and the character himself I think was quite likable. You know, he's just this quite innocent guy who also happens to be one of the most destructive forces in the universe. It's an interesting dynamic, and the way he sort of interacted with the other Saiyans, and the way that sort of movie built on the mythology of the Saiyans in general was awesome. And some great fight scenes as well. Very, very good. The figure, also phenomenal. He's big, he's burly, he's got a lot of paint on him, he's got great articulation relative to his size. Just, yeah, firing on all cylinders for this release, I think. And I'm just going to get it out the gate, if you can track him down, pick him up. But I think, he goes for a bit much on the aftermarket these days, so hopefully he gets a re-release soon. And if he does, I suggest grabbing him. Size-wise, that's him next to full-powered Jiren, who is himself quite a big boy. So that gives you a sense of his scale there. If I can get a more regular-sized Figuarts in, that's him next to Monado. So you can see he dwarfs the sort of 6-inch figures. If I can move him into shot, that's him against Whitebeard. And he's not as tall, but he also doesn't just come up to his waist like most other figures we see. So he's big, he's beautiful, and just great paintwork all around. His hair has this nice metallic element to it. All the scars are really well done. You can see the musculature of the back is nice. The skirt has a good texture. The legs, very well done. Just a really shelf-dominating figure when he's there. The color scheme is great. Green and purple, always a really good color scheme. Articulation, I guess we'll dive in. You can get more than 90 at the shoulder. You've got a butterfly joint, rotation, a nice bicep swivel, a little bit hindered by the fact that he is so bulky, and double jointed elbow, which will give you a tiny bit more than 90. But again, a figure this massive, that's to be expected. Look how well those abs are sculpted, Jesus Christ. Not much, oh no, he can go that far forward, so not huge amounts. Can go back that far, so not a great amount, but his whole thing is being big and strong. I don't like that stretching sound, so I'm only going to push him that far. But you can get him from side to side for some punching. And some nice rotation up the top. It's just not been used. Can he do the splits? The Van Damme. The full Van Damme. Yes, impressively he can, because his skirt is made of a softer material. And this is also on a hinge, so it comes out at the back and you can have it in a pose. His leg can come 90 degrees forward. Almost 90 degrees, hindered slightly by the skirt. Double jointed knees will give you 90. And then you've got a nice thigh swivel there. That's not a full 360 rotation. No shin swivel, unfortunately. Foot can go down that much. Can go up, not much. Side, side. Ugh. Toe. Bit of an ugly toe hinge, but sturdy. And head articulation, he can look from side to side. That much up, that much down. So most of the best range is really looking down. So, okay. Perfect articulation? No. Good for his size? Yeah. Will you be able to get most of the poses you need out of him? Definitely. He's big and burly, and that comes with certain limitations, and I think they've handled it well. Not at the sacrifice of the sculpt, because he does look great. Where he's quite light is on accessories. I guess most of the plastic cost went into, his body. So you've got a basic face, and you've got a pissed off face, and that's it for faces. And then you've got hands that are just open hands. One looks like you could be blocking or firing an energy blast. One, I think, is for grabbing people's faces. which Broly is known to do. What do I think? I think he's a great figure, and if you could get him at the cost price of when he initially appeared, that would be a steal. And if you can get him not unreasonably on the aftermarket, then also worth going. Should I grab the other Broly? Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the other Broly for comparison purposes. Ugh. This is the old Broly. There you can see two big, beautiful boys together, and you can really see, I think, a sort of refinement in the sculpting, or at least the paintwork. Like, the face is done so much better on this guy, so much more expression, so much more detail. The muscles are more defined. But yeah, one of them looks like a god, and one of them looks like a barbarian. Very interesting dynamic. This bad boy came with a lot more accessories. So he came with the stand and energy effects. It's a shame we don't get as many energy effects. That does seem to be improving to an extent, but we'll see. Look at the difference in those elbow joints. Massive, massive difference. Yeah. The other one, would I call it an upgrade? It's a different design and from a different time. So calling it a straight up upgrade is a bit disingenuous. Things have just improved with time. So that is what it is. Okay. I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 5. He's beautiful, he dominates a shelf, and if you can get him for a decent price, he's definitely a figure worth having. One of the best from the S.H Figuarts line, at least in the Dragonball sense. Let's dive into pictures and wrap this up. If you enjoyed this review, we have plenty more. We also have Hero House, Figure Fights, Top 10 list, ranking list, just loads of content to enjoy. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thank you for your time and all the best. Bye.
Howdy everyone, and thanks for watching my video. If you liked what you saw here, you might consider picking up my books, Knaves on Waves and Enemies of All Mankind. They're a fantasy series that tells the story of a daring pirate crew as they attempt to topple an evil empire. It's got sword fights, sorcery, humour, drinking, all the good stuff that you enjoy. The links are in the description below, so please pop on round and maybe pick yourself up a copy or two. Give me some feedback if you can, and yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. As always, thank you for your time and all the best. Bye.